What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Auto. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at our very own Volvo V40 T4. This is an update video after we've owned the car for just over 1 year. I think we bought it like in January of last year as part of our cheap car challenge, where Martijn and I both had a budget of 2,000 euros. And Martijn chose to buy this car for like 1,700, I think, or it's 1,800 euros. And I bought a Mercedes S430 with a V8. And well, long story short, the V40 is still here and we enjoy it very much. The S430 is gone, has been sold to a subscriber from Poland who is now enjoying that car. The S430 has cost us a lot of money in repairs because we wanted to sell it to one of you or someone else, but we wanted it to be, you know, good and in sound mechanical condition. And well, that cost us like a couple thousand euros. This car, however, has not let us down. It has done 245,000 kilometers, of which we have done 9 in the last year, which is not that much, but we actually drive it a lot. It's just very short distances mostly. This is like our support vehicle. It's always at the office, and if anyone needs a car to do something that requires a car that can get either dirty on the inside or just, you know, I picked up a kitchen top for my outdoor kitchen last summer, and it was very long, so I needed a car that I could just freaking stuff that kitchen top in, and it was this car. I just put the rear seats down, the front seat down, and it fit. The boot was open, so I could hear the exhaust, which is aftermarket, as you can see. Very nice exhaust. I could hear that exhaust popping away because the boot was open. I was driving through the south of the Netherlands, like where we have some hills, basically the only place where we've got some proper hills, and I was having the time of my life. Honestly, I had the radio on, there was some nice music, I just picked up my kitchen top and the exhaust was burbling away, and I was just having so much fun. And that is the thing about this car. It is zero fucks given, and that means that you can enjoy it so much because you just park it anywhere, you throw everything in there. Martijn has 2 dogs who basically live in this car. He has 2 kids. He actually installed a... Oh, that's not working. So he actually installed an ISOFIX mount in this car, which it does not have from factory, but you can get some Volvo original parts to mount that ISOFIX in here, only on the right side. So you can't have 2, you can just have 1, but at least he has 1 child seat in here now, and then he uses it to transport his dogs everywhere, basically. This is also his football car, so we also are playing on the same team on Sundays, and he uses this car to go there as well, so that's why there are some water bottles and stuff. You know, if you have chopped some wood and you need to haul it somewhere, you take this car. It gets used, it really does. It's super nice to have a support vehicle. Also, like if we have to pick up a car somewhere and we need to leave our car there for like a month, we take this car because you can just, you know, let it sit out there. In addition to all of that, it is also quite a quick car. So we've got a 1.9 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine here, the T4, and it's basically apparently a T5 engine with 1 cylinder cut off. It's got 200 horsepower and 300 newton meters of torque, you know, when it was new in 1999, but we had it on the dyno last year and it still did 193 horsepower, which is just amazing for a 24-year-old car. You know, that's cool. Apparently there's a K&N filter in there as well, and we've got quite a sturdy strut brace there. Super nice. Now, what has it cost us? I think we bought it for 1,750 euros. And then we took it to a Volvo specialist who took a look at it and who changed everything that needed to be changed immediately to make it, like, you know, drivable. Which is this bill, so 19th of January of 2022. So we own it for just over a year now. Let me check. So we've got wiper mechanism at the front. Part of the brake lines have been replaced. New brake fluid. gaskets for the turbo, the brake caliper on the left. Yeah, it's not really that much. A couple of things on the brakes and the gasket and the wiper mechanism. So we didn't need to do a lot. It was €476.63. We did it at Rijmakers in Mierlo, which is a Volvo specialist. They actually have a lot of parts for this car lying around because they bought a lot of the parts when I think when the factory went out of business. They bought a lot of the parts, and you can actually see that because they changed this stalk for us, and it was just brand new, original, which is super cool. Okay, so that was 235,902 kilometers. So we bought it with like 236. And then we changed the tires. So we've got Michelin Pilot Sport 3 tires on here now, which has made a big difference. These are 205 section tires and 16-inch wheels, very nice BBS wheels. And then 205, yeah, 205s all around. So that has been, I think that was like €450, something like that. And then we've got this bill from December of 2022, which is €672. We did some small maintenance. We had to have the yearly inspection, and the engine mounts on the right have been replaced, which makes a big difference because it was like clunking away and it was really bad. So that has made a big difference. Brake pads at the rear, oil filter, coolant, power steering oil. And then we changed the rear mechanism as well for opening the trunk. That keeps the trunk open, so like the struts, because Martijn hit his head a couple of times, so that hurts a lot. So that is this stuff. These are brand new, and that means that they are just, you know, they keep the trunk lid open, which is great. And then in here we've got manual. What do we have? We have a nice little steering wheel here. It's very basic. We've got a Kenwood radio, which does not work still. But it's spacious, it's comfortable. It's basic, but it just does the job. And that is just super nice. We also have some hot sauce here from Martijn's endeavors into the McDrive. But yeah, I really, really love this car. It just, yeah, it has like a personality, and because we use it so much to haul stuff, it's such a practical thing that you appreciate it so much, because you don't want to throw everything like in the E55 AMG, or you don't want to do it in like the M3 or the M340i Martijn has. Sometimes you need a car that you can just give zero fucks about, and that is this thing. So we've got a nice little sound, but I'll try to let you guys hear the burble as well when we take it for a drive. I have to be careful about that hot sauce though. Ugh. I'll tell you some more about what it's like to own and drive this car. But to summarize, the costs and repairs and everything we've done up until this point, it's like around €1,600 in maintenance and repairs, and that is really because we are kind of sticklers for this, and we wanted it to be in good condition, because, you know, we take it to the Autobahn regularly, and yeah, we just need everything to work properly. The main thing you notice when you drive this car is that it's like a bit of an old school turbo engine, because you have quite a bit of turbo lag, and you really need it to be at like 4,500 RPM. That's when it really starts to come alive, and it's quite a quick car when you have it like above 4. So 0 to 100 claimed 7.3 seconds. I think we actually hit 7.3 in the earlier videos. Oh, we need to turn off traction control, which this car has, which is amazing. Oh. There we go. 0 to 100, 7.3 seconds. Now, cornering, handling. I have to say, it's a bit of a weird chassis. I think especially the front axle is really weird. It's a bit wobbly. You don't have a lot of feedback, but it goes round corners. I mean, it actually, it does more, it has more grip than you think it has, because it feels kind of weird. I think that's a known problem for this car, that the front suspension is just absolutely horrible. But it is honestly, even to today's standards, this is a quick car. I mean, it's kind of slept upon as well, because, I mean, back when this car was introduced, like a Subaru WRX was everything that everyone dreamt about, and it was an amazing car. And I mean, there are a lot of those examples of like 220 horsepower cars from late 90s, early zeros. This, no one knows about this car, no one cares about it, but it's a properly quick car. It's like, you know, a very early power station really in this segment. I mean, that was not a thing really in this segment. I think it was not really an expensive car, so you'd have a very quick family car that was not too expensive. I mean, this car is amazing. It just keeps blowing me away, this car. There we go, onto the Autobahn. Power, very nice. Okay, so see, it actually grips. It's just that you don't really feel anything through the steering wheel. It's very distant. And we did put some 102 octane fuel in here, so it should be able to go like, I don't know, close to 300 kilometers an hour. Should be, no, I think we did like 235 with this thing, which is not bad at all. I think that's also the claimed top speed, like 230, 235. There we go, going to short shift. I think that's quicker. That's 200 already. 1999 people, this is a fast car. So that is closing up to 220. But I mean, the chassis, it's perfectly fine doing this. It's actually quite comfy. So not only did this car set itself apart through just the power of it and just the value for money offered, it was also very, very safe compared to the competition, and was quite ahead of its time, having side impact. I think it has curtain airbags, for example, so it's a very safe car as well. Of course, Volvo pioneered that kind of stuff anyway. The only thing this car can really use is a 6th gear, and when this car was facelifted, it got a 2-liter engine and a 6-speed gearbox. And that is one of the few things that kind of bug me about this car. When you drive it for longer periods of time, like 130, 140 kilometers an hour, you're always like, oh, I wish there was a 6th gear. It would just calm the car down a lot, and that is a shame that you don't have that. But other than that, it is freaking amazing. So this is a 5th gear torque pull, 4,000 RPM, and well, we're just flew past 200 kilometers an hour again. Apparently there used to be a guy in Sweden, he made a video like 5 years ago about his 1000 plus horsepower V40 that did 339 kilometers an hour on the standing mile. That is so cool, freaking legend. So what started as like just a gag, basically a fun idea to make a video in January when there's just not really a lot happening for us, ended up with Martijn buying a car that he really wanted for like 8 years, because we used to own a 1.8 liter V40, which we also love. and we still have it. We drive it a lot and we appreciate it more than some of the other very expensive cars we own, because it's just simple, it's honest, it's not complicated. We're doing 300, we're doing 230 kilometers an hour now, so it's quick enough in today's traffic. Yeah, love this car to bits. And the average fuel consumption is like 10 liters per 100 kilometers, which is also not really that bad. So all in all, a very impressive car, and we still have it. We love it to bits. We're not going to sell it. We're just going to drive it until the wheels fall off, basically. So I hope you enjoyed this little update. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments and we'll try to answer them. And if you want to watch another video, you can check out this one or check out this playlist. See you in the next one. Bye.